Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we have a crypto tier list. Now for the next 10 days from today onwards, I'm away. These videos are getting recorded in advance and they're more sort of fun videos, timeless that sort of theme, right? So tier list today, I think I have crypto cold wallets, how to store the crypto on certain cold wallets and whatnot. Just fun, timeless videos that will last forever, not market sensitive to recent market news and whatnot. So we have HBAR, BNB, LCX, BTC, Bitcoin Cash, a lot of cryptos. I might add some more towards the end of the video, depending on how long we actually run for. Now, I need to start this video. This is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinion. You're not going to agree with every single thing I say. You're not going to agree with everything that I have. So leave a comment down below if you disagree or you want to change my mind on something. Let me know. I will read them once I am back. So if that's something that interests you, leave a like down below. Stay around to the end of the video. And without further ado, here we go. Also, to preface, when it comes to ranking cryptos, like for example Solana, I would rank Solana a lot lower than the average person because of my belief in Hedera and always compare it to Hedera. Same when it comes to Cosmos and Quant, right? So firstly, Solana. Solana has a lot of flaws when it comes to being vulnerable to DDoS attacks, a lot of security flaws. It's a running joke, Solana, breaking down, shutting down every other month now, right? It's pretty ridiculous. Also, when you think about in comparison to Hedera enterprise adoption, is there any enterprise adoption? Enterprises want to build on a leaderless ABFT network rather than Solana, right? Where the Fortune 500s aligned with Solana. What do I like about Solana? I like the NFTs. The NFTs are pretty cool, right? I made a decent amount of profit of those in 2021. I want to see that sort of extreme growth, that what they've seen with them with Hedera. Now, to give it a rating, I don't think I can actually give anything a D unless it's obviously a D category, because when it comes to these projects I don't like, I look at the surface level. I look at what's really going on and what ticks boxes, and majority of them don't tick the boxes, so I don't look any further if they don't tick the basic criteria. So if there is something going on good with Solana, I don't know about it because I'm not looking that far into it, so I have to give it a C based on that information. Now on to Hedera hash graph. Well, I can talk about Hedera all day, but let's talk about recent news in regards to TPS. We can see here 552. Now this is either Atma.io or Q Bureau, something, not a test anymore, use case. And I've seen it before I started this video at 1,500 TPS. This is larger than Stellar, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Solana, right? If they can hold this, it'd be millions of transactions per day. Huge. One use case. So Hedera, in my opinion, ticks every single box. It's an S tier. I'll explain before my channel. I'm can't wait to see all these enterprise use cases being live. Davos, perfect timing to talk about Hedera Hashgraph. So S tier. Only concern I've seen probably tokenomics. 15 billion supply, but the purchasing power is going to outweigh that 100%. So S tier, in my opinion. Now on to BNB. BNB has set the standard for exchange tokens. Whenever there's a new exchange token about, especially with LCX, being newer than BNB, is it going to be next BNB? That's what the standard is. They've set the standard for exchange tokens. And Binance gets a lot of FUD, a lot of unnecessary FUD, fabricated, especially after FTX. People do not like or they're not a fan of centralized exchange tokens. They want rid of them. I think otherwise, to be honest, it's an important thing to mention also. I hear BNB older owners who bought early back, maybe in 2017, who sold too early, saying that they will not make the same mistake with LCX. So I'm going to give BNB a B category based on returns. I don't think I can get as much returns with BNB, or I know I can't get much returns with BNB as I can with LCX. Now, LCX is a very interesting token in comparison to BNB. I prefer the tokenomics. I prefer the actual facilitate the market when it comes to tokenization of securities, and just when it comes to having that regulatory status. And in a scenario, if BNB were to crumble, users be migrated over to a regular exchange like LCX. 9 licenses within Liechtenstein being passportable to the EU, or users already rushing over, right? With LCX, or not with LCX, sorry, with FTX, usually daily volumes were barely touching 1 million, then we saw a huge jump in 24-hour volumes up to 82, I think it was 93 million. That is insane, right? Users rushing over to LCX. So going forward with LCX, I think it's a fantastic crypto. I can't give it S tier just yet because we're very early, in my opinion. I'd see more progress and just more sustainability, but I think LCX could be S tier in the future, but for right now, I'm going to give it an A tier, a solid high A tier. Now on to BTC. Now this is a utility crypto tier list. Now if BTC, just in general, for what it's done and what it is, I'd probably give it A tier, S tier. setting the standard for the crypto space, being known as the main crypto, everything follows BTC. I think people need to pay more homage to BTC for what it is and what done. When you compare cars today to cars in 1960 or 1970s, the cars now are superior in every single aspect. Just like the tech right now is superior in every single aspect, but you pay homage to those cars for what they did and for what they did at the time. I like BTC for what it did, but I'm not going to invest in it. I don't think the returns are just not there for me, but I'm not going to disrespect it by putting it in D or C. So I'm going to give it a solid B. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, Bitcoin being in B tier, but that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't hold any. I haven't held any for quite a while, but I don't hate BTC. Now on to Bitcoin Cash. Totally different story. Now you can duplicate any cryptocurrency, but it will never be the same. You see some Bitcoin Cash, BSV. They differ from the white paper. I think they actually changed the block size. I'm not a fan of these duplication cryptocurrencies. Not a fan at all. I'd actually make quite some decent profit off Bitcoin Cash in 2021. Just off some technical analysis, but everything was going up then, so you can't really credit yourself too much. But I got to give Bitcoin Cash a D tier. I'm not a fan of these duplicated cryptocurrencies and Ethereum Classic in the D tier. And now we are on to Cosmos Atom. Now the thing I like about Cosmos is its ecosystem, but when it comes to interoperability, it's only limited to its own ecosystem when it comes to crypto as well. That's why I was compare these interoperability solutions to Quant, any to any, connecting any network to any network. But the good thing about that is that Quant isn't a blockchain, it's a plugin layer, so it's going to allow Cosmos to actually connect to other networks, right? Actually benefiting it. Same when it comes to Quant and the XRP ledger, benefiting XRP, more use cases. So the overledger is fantastic in that regard. So when it comes to Cosmos, I said at the start of the video also, I don't use cryptos and at too much of a deep level, so I can't give them high praise, I can't disrespect them. So I think somewhere in the middle, giving it high B tier. Quant QNT, is there any explanation why it is S tier? I mean, we know the reason why, right? If you just watch my videos, in terms of tokenomics, team, partnerships, connections, utility, the total addressable market, when it comes to XRP and QNT, what makes you first invest? What makes you keep reinvesting? Then what makes it come, first, second place in your portfolio? If you see my crypto exposed portfolio video, XRP is number one, and you would know QNT is number two. So they have to be both S tier, interoperating legacy to blockchain DLT, cross-border payments, both trillion-dollar values and uncapped, especially when it comes to XRP in regards to being the rails for CBDCs, and on-demand liquidity for retail-based payment service providers and financial institutions. Now on to Cardano. Now this is personally a tricky one for me because I saw that interview with Charles talking about Hedera. It's trash because it is patented. Well, obviously it's open source now, so that's not even a question. It's not even a concern. It's irrelevant. Just because they're a competitor does not mean that they're trash, right? And in terms of what's really important is enterprise adoption, nothing comes close. Cardano comes nowhere close to Hedera in terms of that. That being said, I think Cardano does have a place in this space. It's not designed to be rewritten. It's designed to be layered on. But just in comparison to Hedera in terms of consumption, energy consumption, fees, everything involved in terms of the actual tech, I think Hedera is ultimately superior. A generation above Cardano. So I'm not going to give it a C tier, but I'm going to give it a middle-low B tier. Now on to Ethereum. I think Ethereum is a very safe bet going forward. Long term, maybe not, but I think long term in the general sense. Just for what's done, a lot of projects pitch themselves as the Ethereum killer. I'm invested in those projects. It speaks volumes though. Trying to be the Ethereum killer or trying to be the Chainlink killer. It speaks volumes to what those projects are and what they have done. Same sort of situation with BTC. I don't have that much. I don't actually hold much of Ethereum, but zero of BTC. Small amount for sending ERC20 transactions. But same sort of regards, paying homage. I'm not too much of a fan, so I'm going to put it just in front of BTC in the B category. Now XDC. XDC is a fantastic crypto with so much potential, so much upside. Settlement mechanism of trade finance. I think XDC, when it comes to the total addressable market in terms of trade finance, is very, very important. When you think also in terms of legislation and regulation, that's a big thing going for XDC, and that's a big thing that I'm hoping for in terms of actual prices. Obviously, the big killer of TradeLens with IBM was actually regulation, right? Lack of regulation in place, especially referring to the Electronic Trade Documents Bill going into effect mid-2023. I really want to see more progress of XDC within trade finance, more visible information, more visible progress, and then it'll go higher. So I'm going to give it S tier, but just at the low S tier, the bottom category of S tier when it comes to HBAR, QNT, and XRP. Now on to XLM. XLM again, same fantastic project when it comes to disrupting retail. Huge progress in MoneyGram. That should be mainstream news. Bringing the bridge between fiat and crypto. It is a waiting game in regards to XLM. What sort of effect will it have when it comes to fees being introduced in MoneyGram in, I think it's June 2023? Network provided for Ukraine CBDC. What other CBDCs are they involved with? Think about the NDAs, the secrecy, the privacy that's going on. Supposedly, the Ukraine CBDC is going live in Q1 2023, so that's a waiting game in regards to XLM. So, S tier, but at the bottom, in my opinion. Lastly, we have Dogecoin. Now, this is a unpredictable one of my opinion. A lot of people are going to disagree with this one, but I think Dogecoin is actually not a bad investment in terms of the meme coins in regards to Elon Musk. Possibly using it for payment, possibly using it for his X platform. But I made a video with Hedera pointing to why it could be Hedera, but we know Elon Musk. You have to look at the person, you have to look at the character, what products you invest in, and just when it comes to general situations, he's the sort of guy to pick Dogecoin for payments. He is one of the most influential people on the planet. Whenever he tweets about Doge, it goes up, right? So it's very important to note that meme coins, realize them for what they are, realize that they are not utility tokens. And this is a utility crypto tier list. So in regards to that information, I will give it high C tier. But I don't think it's a bad investment. I don't think it's a bad investment at all if you want to play it as a gambling portfolio or just in terms of throwaway money. In conclusion, considering this is a utility crypto tier list, I'm putting BTC in the C tier. I've got to put it in the C tier. It is quite weird to put maybe Solana behind BTC, but just in terms of paying homage to BTC and what it is, I can't put it that low. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Please let me know down below, what does your S tier look like and what does your D tier look like? Your best cryptos that you have in mind and your worst ones. Does it same as me? Do you have different ones to add? I don't have many bad cryptos I can think of that I hate, that I think are, complete trash. And there is some good aspects to them, but I can't put any in D except from Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic. But if you guys found the video, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.